and I have to talk about the parenting class, Incredible Years. So my name is Magda King, and I am going to talk about the class that I took of the Incredible Years. And I have to tell you a little bit how I got to the class, because I think that context is important as well. And you're free to judge me. It will not be the first time, but it's a true story. My husband and I were having some issues between him and I. Of course, marital issues. I'm Ecuadorian, very bubbly, very outgoing, and he is not. He's from Michigan, and he is very reserved. And we are as different as each other that you can imagine. The thing is that we were fighting quite a bit. And then we have 3 children, Isabel, who is 9, Matthias, who is 7, and Derek, who is 5. With that said, my daughter went to the classroom at Red Sandstone, and she was in a mindful class or something like this. And then she said, I don't want to live anymore because my parents keep fighting. And you can imagine how our world crumbled. And when I say crumble, it did crumble. With that said, my husband and I, who we think we are smart, but we weren't, we said, stop. No more fighting, no more anything. It's not about him or I, it's about our children. Mr. Mark Thomas from the Child Protection Services, he came to our house. We showed him everything that we were going through, and then he identified a couple of things, as in anger management and things like this. But then he suggested for us the class Incredible Years. I'm very appreciative because they, even though they were full, kind of explained a little bit the situation, and we got to be in it. To tell you that the class helped us would be an understatement. It not only helped us as parents, it was really the safest environment for us to share everything. And when I say everything, I mean it. From, me being from Ecuador, my parents hit me growing up. And I'm not saying spanked them. They hit me. And I thought that was okay. And I thought that it was just the way how I have been raised. My parents had such great standards for me and my education. And I was exercising the same type of force with my kids until I came to this completely different world, where many times I would ask the questions, and the questions, I felt like, what do you mean you cannot hit a child? And people were like, again, feel free to judge me. But I not only wanted to do the class, of course I bought the book, because every time that, Julia and Emily will bring anything up, I would go back to the book and would try to understand why. I don't really think that it was only Tony and I who had all of these questions. I think everybody did. And I think that the class really gave us the safest environment to explain our fears, our concerns, and to see that we were not that crazy or that off, even though I am. I was very off. With that said, the class not only helped us with our children, and believe me, we're still growing and we still have the reward program, and now we see things in a different perspective. And when I said that I hate my children, I didn't beat them up. It was more like, kind of a spank here and there. But with that said, it also helped us as a couple, because this is the secret. We all are little children, and we all need to be rewarded, and we all need praise, and we all need to be accepted and embraced. And I think that in that sense, Julia and Emily did a fantastic job. And when I say also that it created a community, the community was so embraced because suddenly you're not alone. You're not the only mom and dad that is overwhelmed because you have a job and 3 kids and you have to meet ends. And oh my gosh, I forgot the homework and I forgot this, and how am I going to do it? Guess what? It's fine. And it happens. And you're not perfect. And you're going to move on. And nobody can tell you that you're wrong or that you're doing this, because you are the mom and the dad, and it's going to be fine. So in my particular case, it didn't not only help me with my children, it helped in my marriage. It helped to communicate. There is one of the rules is, if the child is upset, just ignore and redirect. So my husband and I now ignore and redirect each other, which is completely true. We ignore and redirect. And that has helped us. So I cannot say enough about this program, to the point that when Julia asked me if I can come, I came flying from my work and I have another meeting to go. But I told her, I am here for you because I believe this program is great. And it needs the fun and it needs the support because the community needs this as well. Our children are in desperate need of guidance from all of us who are workaholic, and we live in this crazy environment and we love them. So we want to learn that balance and accept ourselves. So that's my testimony.
Thank you.